Good morning. Um, Have you two questions for you, and I would love it. You comment in the chat below it. Have you ever felt separate, abandoned, hurt? Of course you have. You're human, right? But I think what often happens, and I'm going to share a personal journey this morning here. I'm just going to tap a little bit. What often happens is we don't actually feel it. We stuff it down, we numb it, and that literally blocks your joy, your pleasure, your ecstasy, your peace, your love. And I get it's not always easy to feel it, to free it. We need each other for that. Are you yearning for more joy, ecstasy, peace, pleasure in your life? Just give me yes below or give me some loving if you are. I'm used to like 5,000, 6,000 subscribers on Facebook, and it's so strange here to be on YouTube where sometimes it's crickets and sometimes there's nothing. So I'd love if this serves you in any way or you're out there, just let me know. But I want to share with you my experience this morning um, on how I navigated some deep hurt. Uh, I remember just about an hour or two ago this morning as I was laying in bed and picking my word of the day, and my word today is joined, and tapping into Course in Miracles, doing my prayers. And usually I do not turn on my phone. It's something Spirit told me to turn on my phone, and I got this beautiful message from my friend Linda, who lives in northern Alberta, near where I live when I'm in Canada. And she said she couldn't call right now because she was listening. She couldn't call because she was holding her precious grandbabies who were sleeping. And I burst into tears. Some of you know that I have not had a lot of contact with my sons and my son Lucas and my eldest grandson Tobias. And recently on January 2nd, my oldest son had a granddaughter, thanks to my neighbor Lorraine, who let me know. That's how I found out. And so I know I've had this big ache here, and I've definitely had some cries since around my birthday. But it was still like more just like tight around my heart. And this morning, getting that message from Linda, I burst into tears and had a really big cry. And what helped me to navigate that is to feel it all. And then to be kind to myself and be kind to my son and my sons, and to forgive them. Forgive them, they know not what they do. To have compassion for them as well. To have compassion for myself. To not make up a story that I'm a bad mom or they're bad, or not to make up any story, but to just feel it all. So I felt it, I cried, I sobbed, really, snot everywhere. And then I held myself. And then I asked the divine to hold me. I asked God to hold me. I asked Jesus to hold me. I asked Mary Magdalene to hold me. I asked Mother Mary to hold me. And I just felt it. And I know in Course in Miracles that we're reminded there is no separation. But I'll tell you, we sure feel the separation. That's the biggest lie, right? So then I'm like, okay, God, help me with this. And then I imagined, after I held myself and after the divine held me, I imagined myself holding my grandbaby. I had imagined myself holding my grandson Tobias. I imagined myself holding my sons like I used to hold them when they were little, Lucius Maiden. And I imagined myself holding Ollivander and Xavier, my adopted grandsons, thanks to Alicia, my daughter-in-law, and James, my son-in-law. And I just felt it all, because here's the thing, is that pleasure and pain, joy and sadness, they're two sides of the same coin. So if I want more joy, I have to feel the sadness. And when you have more joy, you're also going to have more sadness when when that happens. And then it's to go to this deeper place where I'm remembering that I'm not this body and that there is actually no separation, and that the part of me that was here before I was born and that's here now and that will be here after is eternal. And it's more of a sometimes it's more of a mental concept and trying to know it and feel it. And I know when I have these big cries that obviously I don't have full knowing of that because I still feel the separation. And then I just keep praying and asking the divine to guide me and to support me in remembering there is no separation and there's only this union, there's only this oneness. So I do my best every day to imagine I'm holding my sons, I'm sending them love, forgiveness, compassion, and then doing that for myself as well. And I just was really called to share this with you. I actually made a video when I was full in the snot and tears, which I'll share at some point, maybe tomorrow or the next day. And you can find it probably under my everyday ecstasy tip. And if this is serving in you in any way, I would love if you subscribe. Like I said, I did have 5,000 to 6,000 followers on Facebook, and they shut down my Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger account. And I'm actually opening to the blessing to that. That's another tip for you is rather than saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, how is this happening for me? Why is this happening for me? And through all of this, I am strengthening my connection with my higher self. I am deepening my connection with the divine. So hold yourself, feel what wants to be felt to be free, and don't make yourself wrong. Don't make them wrong. Don't make up a story about anybody because that's just going to contribute more. But really feel. So the first thing is feel what wants to be felt to be free. Hold yourself. Don't make up a story. Call in support for yourself. And then reach out to others. I wouldn't have had this release in my heart that cracked it wide open if I hadn't reached out to Linda as well. So we're not meant to do this alone. We're not meant to be in isolation. So reach out to others. And if you're wanting connection and community, on March 13th, the Pleasure Revolution is happening. I'm so grateful that Facebook shut down my account because I've been learning how to open this up and go high level. And I will be sharing that soon here, the link, just sorting out all the details. And also, the doors right now to our pleasure program are open. For the month of February, I am offering complimentary 60-minute pleasure breakthroughs. It's an opportunity to have me hold sacred space with you. I have no judgment here. If I have judgment, I will remember that I have 3 fingers pointed towards myself and 1 towards you, so no judgment. If it comes up, I will own it. I'm here to hold sacred space for you. I'm here for you to dive deep into your desires. And maybe you've never even had a chance. Maybe you're a mom, a daughter, a granddaughter, or you have granddaughters. Maybe you just have been so busy with everybody else as a wife or a husband, and you haven't had time to actually contemplate, yeah, what are my desires? What do I really deeply desire? Like really, really for real. So I will hold space for that. I will reflect that back to you. Every single woman who's had a pleasure breakthrough with me has said that they got clarity. Then we'll uncover what is stopping you, what is blocking you from living and having that. And then lastly, we'll see what I will connect my intuition, you will connect yours, we'll plug into the divine and see what is the next best step. Maybe it's to jump on the train for our 12 months of our pleasure program. Maybe it's something even better. Maybe it's something else. So if that calls you, send me a message, either pleasurecoachvirio@gmail.com or WhatsApp, my phone number. I'm not going to put it here because this is to the public right now. So if you have my phone number, it's just +1 for Canada and my phone number. Okay. And if you want to send me an email, private message, I'm more than happy to give you my number. So in the meantime, if you have that hurt come up and people do things that are really hurtful and you feel hurt or you're triggered, feel the tears, cry the sadness, cry the grief, call on the divine, call on your angels. I called my dad. And then I also My dad, some of you who know me deeply, know that we lost my older brother to suicide. I think he was 30, 33 years old, 34. And my dad, one of his biggest regrets was he said, I never told Ben that I loved him. And so this morning I imagined holding my dad, holding him and imagining his life. And probably he never heard I love you from his own parents. I did some processing around that this morning, and then I imagined him holding me, and I called on him holding me, and I called on my brother Downey, who's on the other side, and my brother Ben, and asked on their support to support me in knowing this is all for the highest right now with my sons, with Lucas and Aiden, and then also to hold space for the highest, and that they know that they're loved. I want them just to know that they're loved through all of this. So please send me your prayers for the highest, and if you would like any prayers for yourself, send me a private message or respond below here. Please subscribe to my page if this serves you and supports you in any other way. And if you know anybody who is struggling right now, and especially if there's some alienation or separation with family, which who didn't have that, right? During COVID, I think all of us had moments where there was vaccinated and not vaccinated, and some of that separation has continued. I know it has with my family. So I love you. I see you. Feel what wants to be felt to be freed. Remember, joy and sadness are two sides of the same coin. Pain and pleasure, two sides of the same coin. Call on your divine support. Hold yourself, literally, physically do it. Do this right now. This will calm your parasympathetic, your nervous system. Reach out to me or somebody else, whoever you feel that non-judgment, that they're just going to love you and support you without judgment. That's one of my superpower and my gifts. I see you, I love you, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for your everyday ecstasy tip. Or stay tuned. Maybe today I'll share that video that I talked to you about. I love you. I see you. You've got this.